I'm Autumn.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nicola, and I'll be interviewing you today. Thanks for applying for the position. I trust you found the room okay?
Yeah, yes I did.
So again, thank you for coming in for an interview. You're interviewing for the Assistant to the Director of Social Media Strategy. And the purpose of today's interview is to assess some certain aspects of your qualifications for the position. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions. Then at the end, you'll have time to ask me any questions or concerns you have about the position. And at that time, I'll also tell you a little bit more about the position. So first question. We are introducing a new campaign, or a campaign for new software available to teach college entry students about conscious consumerism. What would be your strategy for promoting this campaign?
Oh wow. Well, first I think it's important to get the attention of the consumers online. So I think what you would need is some sort of attention grabber. And is this creating a website as well?
Just all in general. The Director of Social Media involves a lot of different aspects.
Okay.
And we just want to see how you would assist her.
Okay, yeah. Well, I would for sure work on a website in order to get consumers' attention and make sure that it's informative as well as creative and in a way that would make them more interested in this particular or EdAid in particular instead of other options, I guess.
Do you have any specific examples that you might, just off the top of your head?
Okay, so maybe have some sort of video that introduces the idea and what EdAid stands for, as well as kind of like what they're looking for and how they want to promote conscious consumerism within students.
Okay, thank you. So next question. You are managing 2 campaigns, one for high school students and one for elementary school students. How would you go about managing these together at the same time?
At the same time, okay, so I would, for sure, I think they need to be slightly different. I think the elementary students needs to be more interactive, games to get them more involved and able to understand it at their level. And then I would also create kind of a separate kind of program that would teach the high schoolers more of like an educational and go in depth more about conscious consumerism and how they can go about that. So probably I would focus more on making it appealing to the different age levels in a way that they can not only understand it better, but that it helps them more in their while they're growing up.
Okay. So next question. The company is moving to a new social media platform that you have no experience with. How do you handle this?
For sure, research first. I think the most important thing is to understand what you need to do and how you need to do it before you even start. So I would do some research on other people that have taken that route before and see what they've done that has not only been effective but also what has not been effective, so that you know what you should do in order to create a site or something that is effective, I guess.
And the last question. In the case of an intra-organizational conflict, how would you address the conflict in cooperation with management?
So a conflict within the management team?
Within the organization, so within EdAid.
Okay, well I think in order to handle the conflict, I think you need to understand what the conflict is about, so the initial roots of why there's a conflict, and then I think you need to understand how to handle it. So for example, if I had a controversy with a fellow employee, I would listen to them and understand, kind of let them know that I understand where they're coming from, as well as let them know what my view is on the certain topic, and then kind of try to work together in order to see if we can kind of compromise, or see if we can, be on, the same ground of understanding, and then hopefully that solves the conflict, and if not, I think we would take it to a supervisor next. But just to remember to remain calm throughout the entire time and, deal with it in a professional manner.
So that's all the questions I have for you today. I think you did a good job at prioritizing the different assignments that I gave you, the hypothetical questions, prioritizing the audience, things like that. That was very good. And do you have anything else that you would like to add before we move on?
Yeah, I had a question. I was wondering why you enjoy working for EdAid.
I think it's a good company. I think conscious consumerism is something worth learning about, and it's definitely something I didn't learn younger. Mm-hmm. And that's why EdAid tries to focus on educating people from all the ages. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like working there. And I'm the web production manager, so I enjoy things like that. And you won't be working too much directly with me, but you'll be working with Nora if you are hired, and she's great. We work together a lot.
Oh, cool.
So let me tell you a little bit about our organization now. So EdAid is a nonprofit organization that provides materials to students and educators about conscious consumerism. We provide software, lesson plan, things like that, and it's trying to foster a culture of conscious consumerism in general, as opposed to just like after the fact or things like that. And we're really passionate about sustainability and advocating for the planet. And so let me tell you a little bit about the position more specifically. So you applied, again, the assistant to the director of social media. So Nora is the supervisor in that position. And it's working a lot with developing new social media projects and campaigns. And do you have any questions about that position beyond that?
I don't think so. I think your website answered most of them.
Thank you. So that's all I have for now. So you should hear about the position within a week via email. And thank you for coming in today. It was a pleasure.
And then I had an additional cover letter and resume.
Yes.
You lost the other one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And very good. So we'll make sure Nora looks this over.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.